Have you guys seen videos on YouTube where people are doing all kind of physical manipulations around their head, their ears, and their neck, and they claim that your tinnitus is going to be gone in 30 seconds to a few minutes per day? Hallelujah! Today we are going to look into those physical manipulation, explore who might actually benefit from them, and talk about what you can realistically expect. Tinnitus is very challenging and very frustrating condition. So it's no wonder that people are doing everything they can to get relief. But before you start pulling at your earlobes, tapping at your neck, and massaging different parts of your face, let's explore what those techniques really are and whether or not they are likely to help you. Let's start by breaking down those techniques. The idea behind these methods is that they might relieve tension around your neck, your jaw, and your head. These areas might influence your perception of tinnitus, and this is why we are looking to manipulate those areas, alleviate stress that might be causing that. These techniques are typically aimed at people with what we call somatic tinnitus. This tinnitus type is resulting from tension around your neck, your head, and TMJ issues. If you move your head and your neck, if you massage the areas of your jaws, and your tinnitus perception is changing, whether it's the pitch or the loudness or anything about your tinnitus, that's probably a good sign that you have somatic tinnitus. If your tinnitus started after a head or neck injury, that may also be a sign that you have somatic tinnitus. Lastly, if you notice a connection between jaw pain or stress of the muscles around your head or neck to your tinnitus, so even without any movement, if you have pain or stress in the muscles and you feel that that is affecting your tinnitus directly, again, another really good sign that you may have somatic tinnitus. Now let's talk about something which is a little bit more complex. What if you know that you have hearing loss? Maybe your hearing loss is mild or moderate. Can you still have somatic tinnitus as well? Well, the answer is actually yes. You see, you may have actually physical problems that affect your tinnitus, but you may also have hearing loss. In fact, a common statistic that is shared by health organizations is that 90% of tinnitus sufferers have some type or some level of hearing loss. At the same time, right now there is no accurate estimation of how much of the population have somatic tinnitus. The most accurate statistics I found for somatic tinnitus was it's about 35% of tinnitus sufferers. So you might be thinking, if 35% of tinnitus sufferers also have somatic tinnitus, and at the same time 90% of tinnitus sufferers have hearing loss, there must be some of this population which is the same people. In other words, you may have hearing loss and somatic tinnitus at the same time. So now it's really the question is how much your somatic tinnitus is causing your tinnitus and how much is coming from your hearing loss. You can try those physical manipulations, and if they actually help you and reduce your symptoms, then there you go. At the same time, if you don't know what is the level of your hearing loss, I would really recommend that you go do a hearing test at an audiologist's office, and that will tell you exactly what your level of hearing loss is. If it's moderate or severe or profound, then it's probably a more complex case, because that means that a significant part of your tinnitus is probably coming from your hearing loss itself. And at that point, you can try physical manipulation and they may help you some, which is always good, but they may not help you as much as you would like because a significant portion of your tinnitus is coming from your hearing loss itself. At this point, I was going to demonstrate to you some of those manipulations and how I apply to myself. But then I figured I better leave this for the expert. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually include a couple of videos. This here is gonna be the main one of someone that I really appreciate, Dr. Rowe, and then you can watch that video and he will demonstrate those exercises much better than myself. Just remember that most of these exercises are aiming at reducing pressure that is building up around, the jaw area, the neck, the head. That is really the main thing that they are doing. They are taking stress that you may have built up and releasing it, or preventing that stress from building up in the first place. There's one exercise that you will see with tapping on the back of your head, and that one is supposed to stimulate the nerve ending that goes between your brain and your ears. I don't know the effectivity of this one. Some people claim that it's really helpful, while other people say it does nothing to them. In the end, the best approach for tinnitus management is one that is informed and personalized to you. Physical manipulation may help to some people, but that's probably people that have somatic tinnitus. It's important to be realistic about what these techniques can achieve, even for people with somatic tinnitus. The alleviation is not going to last forever. You will need to repeat those techniques again and again. If you're struggling with tinnitus, I would really recommend that you first identify the type of tinnitus that you have. The video that I referred to before will help you identify that type. By doing that, you will then identify what can help you and how to manage your specific type of tinnitus. Also, if you tried multiple things and you're still struggling with tinnitus, check the video over here that will show you how to use AI, cognitive behavioral therapy, and will actually help you understand your symptoms as well. If none of those things are helpful for you and you're still struggling with tinnitus, or maybe you need more personalized approach, you can also consider working with a tinnitus coach like myself to find the strategy that will work best for you. And always feel free to send me questions either directly or in the comments below, and we can continue communicating from there. I'll see you in the next video.